Hi guys, welcome to the channel. So in the previous video of electrostatics we were discussing about the concept of electric field, and we have discussed already about the electric field in vector form. So today we are going to discuss two of the problems based on system of point charges. So first example which we are going to solve, the first question which we are going to solve, in which in that we will be having two charges, and we are going to basically solve this particular problem having two charges. So in this question what they are asking is, we have 2 point charges given as plus 5 into 10 raised to power minus 19 coulomb and plus 20 into 10 raised to power minus 19 coulomb. Suppose this is charge q1 and this is charge q2. These are separated by a distance of 2 meter. Find the point on line joining them at which field intensity is 0. So basically what is given in the system is that we are having 2 point charges q1 and q2, okay, and these are separated by a distance of 2 meters. This is the distance r, say this is 2 meters, and the line which is joining these two charges, we have to find a point on this line at which the electric field is 0. Electric field intensity is 0. Suppose that particular point is P and it is here. Suppose it is here. Okay, we know the values of Q1 also and Q2 also here. Now they are saying electric field on this line at a point should be 0. So basically at this point, suppose the field is 0. So the field is 0, that means what? The electric field due to this one and this one, they will be equal. The force or the electric field due to these two will be cancelling each other out. They will be equal and will be in opposite direction. So basically this is a positive charge, this is also a positive charge which is given to us. So for positive charge, field will be radially outward. So for this one, field will be in this direction. Suppose this is E1, and for this one Q2, it will also be radially outward, so it will be in this direction, E2. So these two, E1 and E2, at any point where they are equal and opposite, they will be cancelling each other. So for this condition to happen, at which field intensity should be 0, what should be the case? That should be E1. Magnitude of E1 should be equal to magnitude of E2. These two fields, when are in opposite direction and equal in magnitude, they will be cancelling each other out. So these are opposite in direction, and secondly they should be equal in magnitude. So now we have to just equate these two values. Now suppose what? This is the point P here. Suppose this point P is at distance of x from Q1, and this will be the distance of 2 minus x, right? This will be x, so this will be 2 minus x because this overall distance is 2. So now what will be E1? E1 will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 by distance between them, x square. That should be equal to, E2 will be what? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q2 by 2 minus x whole square. So now these two will be cancelled out. Q1 is how much? Q1 is 5 into 10 raised to power minus 19 coulomb divided by x square equals to, Q2 is 20 into 10 raised to power minus 19 coulomb divided by 2 minus x whole square. So this will be cancelled out. 5 4s are 20. Okay, so on cross multiplying, x square into 4, 4x square, 2 minus x whole square. Now 4x square will be equal to a minus b whole square, a square plus b square minus 2ab. Okay, so this will reduce to what? This will reduce to 4x square minus x square, 3x square plus 4x minus 4 equals to 0. Now this is a quadratic equation. Now when you're going to solve this equation, you will be getting two values of x, right? Those will be minus 2 meter and 2 by 3 meter. You can solve this quadratic equation. It will become very lengthy, that's why I'm solving it just like this. You can use middle term splitting method as we have done in the 9th or 10th class, and you will be getting these two answers. So if we consider this answer, minus 2 meter, the point P will lie on the left side of this charge, right? So it will lie somewhat here, so which is not going to be possible, right? So if we are considering it to be minus 2 meter here, right, here, somewhat here, so what will happen? Field due to Q1 will be here, right, and due to Q2 will also be here, so these will add up. So fields will add up and will not become 0, so this cannot be the answer. So x is equals to 2 by 3 meter. This will be the answer. Okay, 2 by 3, or you can say approximately 0.66 meter. So from here at 0.66 meter will be point P, right? This cannot be the answer, because suppose this is Q1, this is Q2, and we are saying we want it minus 2 meter, so somewhat here P should lie. So due to Q1, because this is positive charge, field will be in this direction, and due to Q2 also field will be in this direction. They will add up and electric field cannot be 0 at this point. So that's why we cannot have this answer. We will be having this as the final answer. Okay, so this will be the final answer. Now with this we'll move on to the second problem. Now in second problem, what is given to us is that there are 4 charges plus Q, minus Q and minus Q. These are placed respectively at 4 corners A, B, C and D of a square. Square is having side A. Calculate field at the center of square. So we have to calculate the net field at the center of the square. So basically what is given to us is that we have a square. Okay, my drawing is not so good. So this is a square. We have 4 points A, B, C and D, and 4 charges are placed. Suppose plus Q is placed here, plus Q at B, minus Q at C and minus Q at D. We have to find the net field at the center. So basically I'm going to make 2 diagonals like this. This O will be the center, right, and this square is having side of small a, so all these 4 sides will be equal to A. Okay, now suppose this is R, this is also R. Okay, so this will also be R and this will also be R. Now if you look at this particular triangle, this will be the angle of 90 degree, right, because this is a square. So because this is a right angle triangle, we can use Pythagoras theorem. So according to Pythagoras theorem, A square will be equal to R square plus R square, right? Hypotenuse square is equals to perpendicular square plus base square. So basically from here you can get R square is equals to A square by 2, right? Now we are having these 4 charges. Now we are going to see the directions of fields due to these 4 charges. Now first of all, at point O, due to this plus Q charge, field will be radially outward, right? The field will be going radially outward. So due to plus Q charge, field will be in this direction, right? So I am writing it as EA, that is field due to charge present at point A, right? So field will be in this direction due to this plus q charge. Now due to this plus q charge, field will be again radially outward, so this will be in this direction due to this charge, so this will be EB. For C, for minus q charge, field will be radially inward, so for C it will be like this, so EC will be in this direction. Similarly for this minus q charge at point D, field will be in this direction, ED, right? So what I'm going to do now is that these two fields will add up, right? I am writing them as E1, and in this direction also these two fields will add up. I am writing it as E2. Now we have to first find out E1 and E2. For that we have to find out what are EA, B, C and D. So all these four will be having similar values because charge is same, right? First of all we'll look for plus q, that is EA. EA will be what? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by distance square. Distance is what? R square, right? So we can also write it as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught 2q by a square, right? Because r square is equals to a square by 2. This will be EA. Similarly, if you are going to find for EB, that will be what? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r square. Similarly for C also, for D also, right? Because we are not taking into account the negative sign, right? And because all are q charges, so fields will be same. So this will be equal to EB also, EC also and ED also. Directions are not taken into account right now. We are just discussing about the magnitude. So magnitude of all these four fields will be same. Now what we need to do is we need to find out E1. So what will be E1? E1 will be EA plus EC, right? Here we have to add up. So it will become what? It will be EA is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught 2q by a square plus EC. So it will be 2 times of, right? Similarly E2 will be what? E2 will be EB plus ED. So it will also come out to be equal to 2 by 4 pi epsilon naught 2q by a square, right? So these are basically 4q by 4 pi epsilon naught a square. This will also be equal to 4q by 4 pi epsilon naught a square. Right, now we have found the values of E1 also and E2 also. Now if you look closely, E1 will be in this direction, sorry, E2 will be in this direction, E1 will be, net E1 will be in this direction, and we have to find out the net resultant of these two, right? Their net resultant will be somewhat here, right? Let's say this is ER, E resultant. So the resultant due to these two fields will be what? ER will be what? ER will be root under E1 square plus E2 square, right? Why? Because these are perpendicular to each other, so theta between them is 90 degrees, right? So if you consider overall, so it will be 2E1 E2 cos theta. Theta is what? 90 degree. Cos 90 degrees is 0, so it will become 0. So we will be having ER equals to E1 square plus E2 square root under. So on putting these values, what you are going to get is 4q by 4 pi epsilon naught a square whole square plus 4q by 4 pi epsilon naught a square whole square. Right, now you have to solve this. On solving this, I am just writing down 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught as equals to small k. Okay, just for simplicity we will write 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught as small k. On solving this, what you will be getting is this one. Okay, ER equals to 4 root 2 KQ by A square. So this was the system of 4 charges. Initially we studied the system of 2 charges. This is the system of 4 charges. We found out first the resultant. How we found just first of all we found the directions of fields. We saw these two were adding up, these two were adding up. We added them both and we then found the resultant of these two fields using this formula, and we found the overall resultant as this one. Okay, so these are the two problems based on point charges. So I hope this video was clear to you guys. So far that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching.